you won't be able to get through life without basic math skills because you're going to run into a lot of issues but we just leave kids without having any basic emotional or social skills that we actually teach them. So I think that shows them that we don't value that as much. And I think it's important to show that they are important as a holistic person. So it's important for like us as adults or a society to show them that these things are all important. What if we treated those academic skills in the same way, where you'll figure it out as you go? So you'll figure out algebra as you encounter it, because I would say math skills are just as complex as social skills. Maybe I would say social is probably a little bit more complex. Numbers stay pretty consistent. So what if we just expected kids to not get taught to read and just to figure out how to read, just to figure out how to do math? I imagine they're not going to be very good at it by the time they're adults. And honestly, that's what we see. We see that by the time they get to adults, people don't necessarily know how to use goal setting in an effective way. They know what it is, they've heard of it, but how do they actually use it? Like, why the holistic learning is so important, because we know this stuff, they're running into this stuff regardless. Social emotional skills, they're gonna be used regardless of whether you have previous knowledge, you have any education on it. So just introducing this stuff to them, I think, has the ability to have such meaningful impact throughout their lives, because otherwise you have adults who go to therapy because they've never heard of this stuff or talked about it. And then that's the first time they ever get exposure to it. And that just doesn't make sense when we know these things are so important. My name's Dr. Ashley Schoener. I'm a neuropsychologist. I got my master's in counseling from the University of North Dakota, and then went on to do my PhD at Ball State University. I first started working with Bloomster early on. So I was here before it was actually even called Bloomster, which has been really rewarding for me and kind of a unique experience. So this has been a really cool way to use my training and my knowledge in a different way than kind of traditionally.